just leaving Van Horn, Texas, where I spent the night. I actually forgot to record my last 2 stops for gas. I don't know how. But, yeah, I'm on my way through Texas now. By the time I stop next time, I should be somewhere in New Mexico. The intention was to get to Mexico last night. But as we all know, sometimes you gotta change your plans, which I did. And that's because it started raining, and it started to get dark, and I'm on a street where there is no street lights, and rain and no street lights was not good. Plus, it's harder to see at night sometimes. So things started to get a little bit blurry. So that meant it's time for me to lay down. So I laid down last night and kind of rerouted the plan, what's going to happen today and how long it's going to take me to get to LA. Right now it looks like I can make it there tonight, late tonight, because I only have about 14 hours to go. That can be 14, it could be 13, it could be 15, depending on how the traffic is. The speed limit out here is about 80 miles per hour. So it's a lot. I'm driving at a lot quicker pace than your typical 60 miles per hour or your standard like 70 miles highway. But the speed limit went up to 80, which I've never seen. So, and then some guy told me that it's supposed to go up to 85. So I'm just like, I don't understand how someone could drive 85 with all these loops and swoops and hills and turns, and I couldn't do it. So I'm doing about 75 right now, so that's a decent speed for me. 80 is okay as well. It's not bad, but going over that, it's kind of dangerous when you have a big turn coming up. There's a lot of turns because out here it's nothing but fields and street. That's pretty much it. You very seldomly run into small cities or gas stations, so it's very imperative that you fill up when you can. So although I had like 3/4 of a tank, I just put some more money into it because I'd rather fill up. I'd rather have a full tank getting back on the road than to not know when the next time I'll be able to fill up. So I'll give you a glimpse of what I've been seeing since I've been out here on the street. It's actually a very, very beautiful view. Let me turn the camera on. This is all just land. Just land. As you can see, I'm driving, but I'm driving. It literally looks like something out of a movie. Like, I feel like I'm in that movie called The Glass House, where they were driving around those swoops and loops, and you couldn't see. There's no nothing, like no houses. There wasn't anything. So, right now it's just me and land. So I wanted to get out and take some pictures because it's just that beautiful, but I don't want to get out the car. So it just be all in my head, and I can just explain to someone like, hey, Texas is a beautiful place, if you drive through it. Okay, but let me get off the camera and let me head on to my next destination, and I'll be sure to remember to record on my next stop. All right, I'm out. Oh, it is 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock this morning, Central Time. I must mention that because time is very imperative. So, all right, I'm out. Bye. All right, I am sitting in the car at the gas station. I'm about to enter Arizona. I've been sitting here for about 20 minutes. I've been having hot flashes. I had hot flashes all through the state of New Mexico. It was so hot, I had the air on 1 minute, turned the air off, air on, air off. Started cramping really bad, so I had to stop to get some gas and kind of get myself situated because I was going through it on the road. Can't have that. But my GPS says that I'm about 10 hours away from Santa Monica. I'm currently on West Coast time, which is about to be 12 o'clock West Coast time, but it's about to be 2 o'clock East Coast time. Wait, is that 2 o'clock? Yes, I think it's about to be 2 o'clock East Coast time. I don't think the hour, I think that's West Coast time. I don't think the hour is going to go down anymore. But I've been on the road since 8 o'clock this time. So 4 hours, that's about right. I think I'm down to like 500 and something miles. I've done about 200 miles today so far. And usually 200 miles takes about 3.5 hours. So I'm on my way to Tucson, which should take me about, I think I'm about 160 miles. Wait, I think I'm about 160 miles away from Tucson. So I should get there in about 160 miles. I should get there in about 2.5 hours. And then from there, it's going to be over to Phoenix, Arizona. I'm not sure what the distance is from Tucson to Phoenix, but I'm thinking it's going to be about maybe another 200 miles. Something that's about 3-4 hours away from Tucson. But yeah, so far so good. It's been a lot of construction. New Mexico was a blah. I didn't see much. It was just nothing but streets. Oh, I was pulled up. Well, somewhere in New Mexico there was the immigration search, checking for illegal immigrants and stuff like that. And I guess the guy saw all the stuff in my car. And he started knocking on the door like, we're doing an immigration search. We need to check. Are you a United States citizen? I said, yes. Do you need to see my ID? And then he said, are you traveling with anyone else with you in the car? I said, no. He said, how far are you driving? I said, to California. He's like, okay, have a safe trip. But I thought he was going to look in the car. I almost felt like I was in From Dusk to Dawn when the guys were in the car and they were trying to enter New Mexico illegally, and the guys were trying to check the mobile home to see were there any other people on it. But that's been a highlight. That was a highlight of New Mexico. Let's just say that. But on over to Tucson. I'm pretty hungry. I haven't eaten all day. I just took those 2 leaves, so maybe I should get something to eat. For some odd reason, I haven't been that hungry on this trip. I can say within the last 3 days, I've only eaten a Subway sandwich. And that was sometime yesterday. I've drank a lot of liquids. I ate some chips, I think. No, I ate a muffin. But I haven't been that hungry, so I haven't really eaten. I just haven't been, I don't know. I just haven't had an appetite. But, hopefully I see a McDonald's somewhere before I get back on the expressway. If not, hopefully I find something in Tucson or the next time I fill up. For some odd reason, there hasn't been that many restaurants around the gas stations that I've stopped to fill up at. But I don't know. All right, but time to go. On to the next document. Okay, so I'm just arriving in and leaving Phoenix, Arizona, where I've been for about 10 minutes. Got some gas and just came over to McDonald's, which is directly across the street from the gas station. I'm about to ride through Phoenix, head on over to California now. I just filled up, so I should have about a good 200 and something miles on this, about 300 miles hopefully, on this gas tank. The next drive is expected to last for about 3.5 to 4 hours, which should cut a lot of my miles out because I only have, according to my GPS, 400 miles to go, which is usually 200 miles, usually about, like I said before, 3.5 to 4 hours of driving. So I only have 6 hours to go totally. So let's do 3.5 for each 200, and I'll be in California safely and soundly tonight. To be specific, I'll be in Santa Monica, California. But I'm excited and feeling a lot better than I was earlier. I took a nap in Tucson, very briefly, just to get my body back to normal because it was just craving a little something. So I tweaked it. I kind of played a trick on it and just took a quick nap so my brain could think that it took a long nap. But anyway, I'm about to eat this McDonald's as I get on the road. I have my favorite my medium fry, my oatmeal, and my strawberry lemonade, frozen strawberry lemonade. So I'm gonna eat that as I go, and the next stop will, like I said before, be somewhere in California. So stay tuned. I should be stopping one more time before my final location, so you'll get one more taping of me on the road, and then the final tapings would be, of course, me in Santa Monica and in LA as well. Okay, bye.